ingredients you need are 2 eggs, a cup of butter, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 cups of chocolate chips.
The physical properties of salt before starting are: it is odorless, it's white, it's cubic crystals, it has a melting point of 800.8 degrees Celsius, it has a boiling point of 1,465 degrees Celsius, it has a density of 2.165 grams per cubic centimeter. The physical properties of salt after mixing it are: it is now brown, it has a cookie-like smell, it tastes sweet, and it is still cubic crystals. After cooking salt, it is now hot, it is a darker brown, it is still sweet, and it still has a cookie-like smell. The chemical properties of salt before starting are: it is sodium chloride. It reacts with sulfuric acid to form hydrogen chloride. It is hygroscopic, which means it can draw moisture from the surrounding environment, and it has a solubility in water of 35.9 grams per 100 milliliters. It is also flammable. After mixing the salt, it is still hygroscopic, so it takes in the moisture of the other ingredients when mixed. It is still sodium chloride, of course, and it has the same solubility and is flammable. After cooking the salt, it is still flammable and now has a higher solubility because it is heated up. The 2 most common atoms in salt are sodium and chlorine. It is 40% sodium and 60% chlorine.
If flour was taken out of the cookies, it would make the cookies very flat and very crispy. If it was doubled in the cookies would be very dry and a lot more chewy. The energy transfer description is when baking cookies in an oven is convection. The transfer is caused by the circulation of slow and fast particles. The hot air rises and the cold air sinks. If we microwave the cookies, it will not cook all the way through the cookie. The cookie dough will not flatten out into a cookie, and it will just stay in a ball. Starting, flour is a white powder-like substance. It has a density of 0.593 grams per cubic centimeters. It does not melt, it burns. After mixing, it's brown, creamy, dry, chewy, and has the same density. After cooking, it's harder, browner, and thicker. It still has the same density.
The chemical properties of flour before starting are: it is flammable, its chemical compound is C6H10O5, and it is explosive. Nothing else changes throughout the mixing or cooking process. Then preheat your oven to 190.6 degrees Celsius. In a large mixing bowl, add the butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, and the eggs.
Next, in a smaller bowl, add salt, baking soda, all-purpose flour, and chocolate chips.
Add the dry mixture into the creamy mixture gradually and mix it with an electric mixer. After you mix that, add the chocolate chips gradually.
Next, use a 1 tablespoon measuring cup to put the cookie dough on 2 baking sheets.
Next, put the cookies in the oven for 9 to 11 minutes or until golden brown.
Okay, guys, we're gonna eat some cookies now.
Oh!
Baby.
Oh, landed!
Ow.
I'm gonna hurt my tooth.
Oh.